Hello all, welcome once again to Dragon Warrior Randomizer's 2026 Winter League Tournament. This is a week 3 race. This is a vodcast. This is a race that was done on Thursday evening. Competing today we have myself, ic10as. I'll be commentating my own race. I'll be doing my best to not provide any spoilers. I, of course, have seen my stream all the way through and I know the results of the race. I'll do my best to be spoiler free, but we also in the race here we have Sawneyrath11 and SassageLink also competing. Those are streams I have not seen yet, so I'm anxious to see how we all shake out there. We've got some interesting flags for us today. This is a positional round. This is the Group 9 race, so all three of us had some unfortunate luck in our first couple of races. We'll be looking to grab those valuable 5 points and move up back into the middle part of the standings. Some of the flags we've got here, one of the most interesting flag I think we have is the running costs XP flag. Our runners will be able to run from any enemy they choose as long as they have the XP required to do so. The XP required to do so is 1/8 of the XP that the monster gives. So that definitely creates a new wrinkle. And we are off. We do have a vanilla map, we have vanilla spells, we have vanilla chest locations, which will tell us that these first 3 chests we're going to see are going to be gold, torch, and a key. We do start off with 30 HP, which is a healthy amount, and 8 magic points. Of course, with vanilla spells, we won't have any spells to start with. We do start with some good strength at 15. The valuable heal spell and hurt spell. Heal spell coming at 3, hurt spell coming at 4. We do have a vanilla Tanchigal start, so our runners will have that nearby Breckenary location is the grave. I'm sorry, it is Mountain Cave. I misspoke there. I'm sorry, it's Tablet Cave. I'll get it right one of these times, apologize. Sawneyrath dove right in, he grabbed that dragon scale. And ic10 also going to drive that up. And actually opts better for it and dives out. Soon we'll see our runners encountering some monsters, I assume. Sawneyrath has gone back into Tanagal. He may be doing a save. He's creating a save spot here. Will not have to die for that scale again should he have to reset for any sort of rough start we may have. There's a Magidrakey kill on ic10's side. That'll vault him up to, that'll take him straight to level 3. It'll give him that heal spell. I'm sorry, no, it wasn't quite enough to get him to 3. He's still a level 2. He is going to take on this Scorpion here. There's a Magidrakey on SassageLink's side. He's already at 2. If he gets this Magidrakey kill, he'll be at 3. Oh, heal more there on the Scorpion. ic10 finds. He abandons that fight. And will now take on another Magidrakey. And he does get the Magidrakey kill. Simultaneous Magidrakey kills on Sassage and ic10 screen. Here's Sawneyrath going to take on a Scorpion. Let's see if that Scorpion decides to heal more on him. Does not. He gets the Scorpion down. 25% heal more on the Scorpion. All of our runners getting some good experience using that strong strength start they have to vault themselves up to level 3 and 4 very quickly. Well, Sawneyrath has opted to refill his MP. He's trying to hold on to that opening 700 gold he was given. Now that he's got the heal spell, he will go walk in and get his free magic refill and Costs a little bit of time to do that, but if it pays off and he's able to find himself a hand axe or something with that cash, that'll pay off. ic10's found a Druin here. Gonna hurt spell that to death and gets the kill. We have a Scorpion running from SassageLink. Sassage is at level 5 and is now getting Magidrakes to run from him as well. So this zone has, and Drakey, he'll get the kill. Now it won't be worth much. That zone has kind of become mute at this point. If Scorpions and Magidrakes are running, it might be good to move on. ic10 has ventured north to the Vanilla Erdrick's Cave location. He has found Rimmeldar and keys. Do not recall how many were purchased there, but looks like he is going to take the walk around. Sawneyrath going back in for a magic refill. He's going to keep grinding. Let's see if ic10. He did not leave him. I didn't leave myself enough money to pick up a copper sword here. Temporarily forgetting there that we have vanilla shops and that the Rimmeldar shop would not have anything to help him with only 100 gold. Does find metal slimes in the zone right outside. That could prove handy. One of the flag sets we have running today is the crit chance. In the vanilla game, of course, it's set to, I believe it's 1 out of 32. But in this particular flag set, our crit chance is our agility divided by 256. So the crit chances, while relatively low, are still right about normal, but towards the end game, critting will become much more common and absolutely has an effect in late game grinds and when you decide to dive for the dragon. Sawneyrath has ventured north. He has found his keys as well. ic10 opting to clear out the Tanagle treasury, grab about 2,500 gold, and then he's going to go back to Rim and likely grab some equipment there. Looks like he's going to go twice. He wants to get, I want to get enough here for a full plate and a broadsword. I'm going to make that. We have random town entrances, of course, so the walk to the Rimmeldar shop is long. It's usually a long walk to the key shop, but in this particular seed, it's a short walk to the key stop, but a long walk to the weapon shop. Looks like we're going to have our, IC is going to check. He's going to probably refill his keys here. Nope, opts not to. But is going to check the Tanagle basement and see what's there. Metal slime on Swanny's screen. He's got 1 on it. So it is the grave of Garingham underneath Tanagle. I gave some thought there to diving for the silver harp, but not with the gold that I had just kind of mini ground up by clearing the treasury twice. So I decided I would come back, try to grab that harp at a later time when it's a more reliable get. And here goes Sawneyrath. He's going to check that basement and find the grave. ic10. 5,400 gold, has filled up on keys, has left himself with enough to grab full plate and broadsword. Sawneyrath opted to do his grave dive. He has ran into a gold man, and he's going to fight it. Let's see if he gets it here. He does run from the gold man eventually. That won't cost him much. Gold men traditionally do not give much XP. We are run costs XP, so I don't believe the gold man gives 6 experience. Generally, we are on normalized, so it may give a little bit up or down of that, but running from the gold man will not cost you maybe 1 XP, if anything. Thank you, Value V. It is 6 normal. So running from the gold man likely doesn't cost anything. He does get the death here to the gold man though. So he will have to come back later and grab his silver harp. ic10 has picked up his broadsword and full plate. Does not have the scale. The other runners both decided to grab that free dragon scale right there next to home. IC opted not to do that. I do like this zone here. I find metal slimes. I find droll mages. And there's some wolves in there. All not terrible kills at this point. Here we have SassageLink. He has opted to explore out to the far northwest corner of the map, and we find another town there. In the vanilla Garringham location, we have Hawksness. We are pretty weak still. No guarantee he'd even get to that spike, and once he got to it, it would likely to be taking him out, or he'd have to run from it, and it would cost him XP. So wisely opting to save that for later. ic10 right behind him, doing this, making very similar decisions. All three runners have keys. We did. I did miss the SassageLink did pick up a hand axe in there somewhere. All three runners sitting at level 6. ic10 does opt to look for the spike there, but ends up dying to a rogue scorpion a mere one step away. So we will have to wait a little bit further for that information. SassageLink has found that zone just south of Rimrolar with, it's got Drakeemas in it as well, but also has Droll Mages, Metal Slimes. Metal Slime's a decent fight here with the elevated crit chance. Let's see if he gets one here, and let's see if he gets it. Metal Slimes with the hurt spell. They're causing a little more damage than they normally do, but should not be able to kill us. They'll likely run or die first. IC with his equipment now, opting to see if he can dive for that silver harp and get that step taken care of. A little bit of a risky move at this point. Let's see if it pays off. Sawneyrath has 8,000 gold. He must have. Oh, I must have misread that. He had 3,000. Okay, so he has enough for full plate hand axe. He must have raided that Chandigal treasury a time or two. Does that say magic armor? Swanee picked up the magic armor there. He opted to go magic armor hand axe. And he'll be back for the broadsword later, possibly at some point. But that's an interesting move, getting that magic armor right there. I like that. I like that. I did not see. He must have made several trips to the Chandigal treasury to get that down, or maybe he set up a grind with the grave in the basement of Chandigal there. Good move there. I like it. That magic armor is gonna. I really like the magic armor get there. Looking back, I wish I would have done that myself. With Healmore not coming till late, a lot of times in that level 13 to 16 range, we'll be finding ourselves chanting the heal spell many, many, many times to keep that HP high. The magic armor, of course, will alleviate that with the heal walking it gives. So I do that. That's a huge get from Sawneyrath there. Does take a death to a Demon Knight. And here IC's found himself in an interesting position. He's going to try to sleep this werewolf, and it does not pay off. So I do not think I do not think I made it to the harp there. I apologize if I go back and forth between referring to myself in the third person and in the first person there. I don't know what's right. I don't know what I should be doing. But those dangerous werewolves down there, I decided not to keep diving for that harp. We'll have to come back later for that. So I'm gonna head right back to that zone that has the metal slimes and the wolves and the droll mages. Yeah, get some more levels. Demon Knight's a tough fight, but a crit should help. I remember this decision. Yeah, I critted the Demon Knights, and knowing those Demon Knights can be particularly dodgy, I decided to go burn my torch in that spot and get that Demon Knight kill right then and there, and not have to mess with. Those Demon Knights can be tough to hit sometimes. Trying to hurt spell a rogue scorpion to death gets me down in the red, and it works. Oh, here's a red dragon on SassageLink's screen. See what he has to do here. He looks like he is going to try to take the death. And does. So he was venturing out a little bit. He was trying to get to that vanilla mountain cave location. Did not make it. Red Dragon stopped him in his path. Sassage is going to raid the Chandigal treasury one time. If the guard decides to let him. The guard was questioning him at the door, deciding whether or not to let him in. Eventually does. There's ic10 going down to a Demon Knight. Demon Knight's getting his revenge on IC. Did not like that torch throw. Value V, no, I don't believe the guillotine is on this week. That's of course a reference to one of the newer flags that our friend Jiff has implemented, the NPC guillotine. It is on. Okay, Miplet's confirming it is on. Talking to an enemy, or I'm sorry, talking to any NPC will make that NPC disappear. So if there is one particular NPC that happens to be troublesome and standing in your way, you can't just talk to them, they will disappear. ic10 ran into an Axe Knight here. Axe Knight will send him home. I did decide to check out that bottom zone, and that there is that one row of hills at the very bottom, just east of Mountain Cave, near Tanago, that does cross over into a slightly different zone. But that zone seems a little bit tough for our guys. We have SassageLink. He has a gold grind set up. He's got an herb grind currently. He's gonna max out on his herbs right here, which is a nice. I like that decision there. The only town we have found is Rimuldar, which of course does not have an item shop. So that is our only access to herbs. So he has SassageLink has creatively found a way to fill up his herbs this early in the game, and is now going to do a gold grind, likely for the magic armor. And probably broadsword as well. Having just a hand axe right now, as long as you're going to make that trip. Right now, our runners, our top runners have kind of got the equipment that they're happy with. They're looking for grind zones right now. SassageLink going to try to work on his equipment a little bit. ic10 I did not find a zone in the south, those southern hills that I really liked. I went back up to this top zone with the metal slimes and the droll magies. SassageLink going for a full grind here, interestingly. Yeah, there have been no Cantland sight. We have only seen Hawksness and Rimuldar, and of course Tanagal, and a couple of caves. So this is an interesting move by Sassage here. He is going to grind up a bunch of money in the hopes that he survives and is able to find Cantland soon. Cantland, of course, holding flame swords, magic armors, and silver shields, all the best equipment that money can buy in the entire land of Alfgard. Looks like he's walking away now at 33,000, so that should be just enough to get all three of those. But if he takes the death, it won't work. So we'll have to see if he makes it. He locates Cantland with his big pile of money. He is gonna. It looks like he does re-enter Tanagal. It looks like he is gonna save here. ic10 has gone back to Hawksness. I believe I'm doing this. I am very curious what that spike is. Now that I have the sleep spell, it allows me the possibility to potentially kill a couple of things on that spike. So I'm going to see what it is. But this Rogue Scorpion, that's his second death to a Rogue Scorpion inside Hawksness. They're giving him trouble. So SassageLink Ooh, takes a hurt more. Oh no, 2 hurt mores for this Spectre. This Spectre on a reset. Okay. So SassageLink with a big pile of gold did set a save point up. Ran into a Spectre who was particularly troublesome. Gave him a couple hurt mores, sent him back. Does opt for a reset here to hold on to his gold. I do not believe, it seems like SassageLink is heading to the northwest corner. Because it seems like he has not seen that location yet, or he does not know that it is Hawk's Nest. So he's going to check that out. He's going to hope that's Cantlin. We'll get the bad news. And another hurt more from another Spectre. He survives the 1 hurt more, and now he's going to take this wolf. Blue Dragon on ic10 screen. Opts to run. And is venturing east. He's our first runner to venture east. He's going to see there's 3 locations over there on the first continent that may be beneficial. But he does take a death to an Axe Knight, so stopped in his tracks there. Sawneyrath back in Hawk's Nest. He may be trying to check that Hawk's Nest spike. Runs into a Rogue Scorpion and gets away. Droll Mage's a nice fight right here, but his resources are pretty low. He does not make it. The bingo. He had 13 HP left, and the Droll Mage hit him for 13. Sends him back home. So our runner's not lucky enough to be able to, beat that spike in Hawk's Nest and grab that uber valuable Eldritch Armor. Our runners are not even able to make it to the spike. They keep dying on the way there. ic10 is back to the level grind as I abandoned exploration for now. Looks like all 3 of our runners are maybe doing that. Everyone seems to like that zone just south of Rimildar. I think that's a confluence of a couple different zones there. I think the metal slimes are a little bit further north of where SassageLink is right now. But he's got wolves and rogue scorpions in this zone. Sawneyrath, it looks like, is venturing east. That trek that ic10 had begun to make, but got stopped in his tracks by an Axe Knight. Let's see if Sawneyrath can give us any information as to what's lurking over in that northeast corner of the map. SassageLink making a similar move. He wants to see what's over on the east side too. ic10 dedicated to the grind. There's a metal slime on Swaney's screen with a crit. That's a big crit right there, a big 220. That's a little low for metal slimes. Metal slimes rolling a little low on the XP, but he's going to stay in that zone. He wants to find a couple more metal slimes there. He likes the elevated crit chance, makes metal slimes a grindable enemy in this flag set. Oh, so Demon Knights have sleep and Demon Knights have hurt. Interesting combination there. ic10 gets that one down. SassageLink closing in on the Vanilla Coal location. I did not see what was in Vanilla Swamp North. I don't know if he looked for that. But he has found Garingham. Lots of things to do in Garingham. We can stay at the inn and create a flag set. We have the Warp Whistle. The Fairy Flute functions as a Warp Whistle in this seed as well as its normal ability to put golems to sleep. So SassageLink sets a flag there, so he can, once he finds the Fairy Flute, he can warp back to that location at any time, and he's going to see what's in the back of Garingham here. And we have Swamp North. So this is an interesting decision point here. Of course, with Vanilla Map, we know that this is our gateway to the second continent, and he has warped back to Swamp South location. So he's got 2 town locations he can check on the second continent here. He's going to explore that out, see what he finds. He's still holding on to, looks like most of his gold. He must have went to Rimildar and picked up the magic. Yes, I can see he's got the magic armor on his tracker now. So he's got 1 out of the 3 pieces of equipment. He's still carrying around his big stack of gold for his silver shield and flame sword. He's hoping to run into Caitlin here. He sees that there was a cave in the vanilla Rimuldar. He decided not to check that cave. He wants to find Caitlin, and he finds another cave. He finds another cave. He does get a crit on a rogue here. Oh, there's an excellent move on ic10as on a golem. Oh, wow. Oh, look at that. So ic10 finally gets to the Hawksness spike, runs into a golem, takes 2 swings, both of them crits, and takes out the golem. So ic10 was the only one of the 3 runners to not gold grind for the magic armor, and that miraculously pays off, I'd almost say. He gets a extremely early kill on that golem, on that spike. That's gonna be tough for the other runners to catch up to. The double crit on the golem there on ic10's screen. He now has Erdrick's armor. What a luck box that guy is. SassageLink does take a death, loses half of his gold, raids the treasury one more time, still has silver shield money. Nice catch for value V there. SassageLink in an interesting spot. So he had all that gold, and he explored the whole second continent. He knows it's 2 caves. I don't know if they actually made it into the caves, but he knows that Caitlin's not there. But it did cost him a bit. He had to run from some high-value enemies there. He had to run from some blue dragons, some axe knights. He's still running from axe knights. His XP is taking a toll for it. He is down below 800 now. Thank you, Cherno. I did not notice that one of our runners did make it to the Vanilla Mountain location. That is... Oh, I'm sorry. Other way around. So SassageLink did make it to the Vanilla Jerk Cave on the very southeast island there, and we saw that is Mountain. He did not. I do not believe he explored Mountain. Did not dive for the Death Necklace or Fighter's Ring. ic10 has his Erdrick's armor now. Looks like he's going to take another shot at this silver harp. I do remember gambling that between this and other exploration, but having not seen the harp trade-in cave yet, I do want to be able to have that harp in my hand when I do find it. So I'm trying to save a step or two here by diving for the harp. With the Erdrick's armor, I feel pretty confident I can make it. See if this Star Wyvern has other ideas. 100 HP now at level 11. Will definitely help the survivability down here. Sawneyrath has been dedicated to the grind. He's found that he's got his magic armor, refilling his HP. He's got plenty of metal slimes that he's finding in this zone. He has been dedicated to the zone for a while. And look at that, Sassage finds Caitlin. And he has silver shield money still. He does not have flame sword money. Let's decide, maybe he'll go with the flame. He gets the silver. So the gold grind did not work exactly as how SassageLink would have liked it to, but he does still manage to save. He does manage to pick up the magic and the silver from it. And now he's going to check those coordinates. Oh, look up at IC here. So now IC went down, and he is going to make a similar move as Sassage here. And he is going to grind up. He has the armor already, so he would be grinding only for the silver and potentially a better weapon, the flame sword. He's currently holding the broad. We did get a coordinates check there from SassageLink. 43 north and 18 west. That is going to take us Let's see, with Tanagal in a vanilla location, going 43 north is going to take us to the far northern edge of the map, and just a little bit west. So it'll be north of Erdrick's Cave a bit, and he'll be looking to find his token here pretty soon. Now, ic10 finishes his grind. He has decided he stopped at 33, so I potentially got a little extra there to account for just in case I take a death. I do recall getting some extra. Of course, I haven't seen Cantlin yet either, so similar to how SassageLink did. How he was able to grind up plenty of gold, then take a death, but still have enough for the silver once he found it. Sawneyrath has ran into Garringham, Vanilla Garringham. He's going to fill up on herbs. Here, SassageLink is counting coordinates. He has found the spot. He has found his token. SassageLink has Silver Shield, has his token, has a couple of things our other runners don't. ic10 going for the Silver Harp, has that big pile of money, but decides to try to accomplish a couple extra things down here, and is going to go get the harp. Hopefully he'll make it. I hope for my own sake that I make it to that harp right there. Taking a death right here would be horrible. He's just a couple screens away now. SassageLink entering Hawksness. I don't believe he's seen the spike yet. He's probably going to check that out. We have Sawneyrath checking out the back of Garringham. So ic10 does pick up his harp. It was a glitched chest, an armored poltergeist or something that was in that chest is what the screen read, but it is actually a silver harp. At level 11. So I recall what I'm doing here. I am debating whether I push to 12 and cast outside, or if I decide it's worth it to take a death, lose half of my big pile of gold. I cannot decide what I want to do here. I'm hoping to find an enemy to get to 12. Of course, walking around and finding nothing, and still nothing, just no enemies at all for him. Still no enemies for IC, decides I'm just going to walk out. SassageLink here has found the golem, does not have the luck that IC had, and goes down to that golem, but he is the second of our three runners to see what's there. So there IC finds a wyvern, and that is enough for level 12 and the outside spell. So he has found his way out of Swamp Cave, or out of the Grave of Garringham. He's deep in it. He can now get out. Now has a big pile of gold, is likely going for a save here. No, he's going to refill his MP. There's a nice Axe Knight kill on Sawneyrath's screen. He will go to level 12 as well. Grab his outside spell. And Sawneyrath has made his way to the second continent. And it looks like he is going to check this cave that SassageLink bypassed earlier in the sea. If this Axe Knight decides to let him, and he does get out, he does get by. Inside this cave, we have the Jerk. Jerk taking the shape of a Tecmo Super Bowl player of some sort, with his particular choice of sprite sets. Here's a red dragon on ic10 screen. He's got 107 HP, and he does crit the red dragon, but it's not enough. He'll get one more swing on it. He's trying to think. He takes the swing and gets the red dragon kill. That lucky son of a gun up there on our upper right screen just gets an extremely lucky red dragon kill. Especially with his big pile, he's still holding that pile of gold. He's still got that 31,000 gold. He's hoping to find Cantlin. He has not found it yet. He does check this. He does find the harp traded, and he does have the harp, so he's the first runners to grab the Staff of Rain. Looks like Sawneyrath has found Mountain Cave, which we, I think, determined was in the far southeastern corner. And he will pick up his Fighter's Ring. He is pretty low on resources. Let's see if he goes for the Death Necklace. Takes a few extra steps around the way, but it looks like he's going to make it to the Death Necklace. We'll see. He does. So we have a Death Necklace get from Swanee there. So Sawneyrath is at level 12, has seen that he has plus 100 HP right now. This does appear like it may be a Death Necklace seed, or a seed where you would put on the Death Necklace before the Dragon Lord fight. Of course, the Death Necklace it is a flag set, but it's almost always on for every Dragon Warrior randomizer race we usually do. The Death Necklace has the functionality in the randomizer to add 10 attack power to your attack power score at the cost of 25% of your HP. So we'll find a lot of runners, if they have it, using that right in the Dragon Lord fight to grab that extra attack power. We have ic10. He's found the coal location. We know that is Garingham. He is, of course, looking for Cantlin with his pile of gold. We do know that is in the northern cave location, so he actually is close to Cantlin, so he will likely be staying at the inn here, filling up, creating that warp whistle point. He's deciding on what to do, in fact. He's got a lot of gold. I do pick up a large shield here just because you can. It's better than having nothing. He will fill up on herbs as well. A lot of things to do here in Garingham. Looks like SassageLink did go dive for his silver harp. I did not see if he got it yet, but he is taking the long, slow walk out. He's only at level 10, does not have the outside spell yet. Looks like Sawneyrath is trying to take a death here in Mountain. Trying to take a death and warp back home. Maybe trying to set up a gold grind for a silver and a flame. But is having trouble finding. He keeps finding gold men, which are not things he wants to fight right now. If he's looking for a death. ic10 leaves Garingham. Will likely be trying to check out that northern cave location, which of course will have the goods for him should he make it. He's holding on to that gold, that big pile he acquired over in the grave, and if this pays off to get him the flame and the silver to go to pair with his Erdrix, he'll be in great shape. Sawneyrath finds a Star Wyvern with Hurt More. Maybe this is where he finds his death. He's going to swing away at it. Oh, a sleep spell. So Sawneyrath has seen a Wombo combo on the Star Wyvern. They have 25% sleep and 75% Hurt More, so he does get the death. It looked like he was looking for the death. He was a long way from home. And he had explored that whole second continent, so I assume he was probably looking for a death here. And he has, let's see, he's deciding whether to gold grind or not. Looks like he thought about it for a second, thought different of it. He's going to set up a gold grind in the basement of Tanago, which has the grave. There is SassageLink. He did get his harp, as I suspected earlier. He took the long walk out of it, and now he's found the harp trade-in cave, and now has the Staff of Rain. Second runner to accomplish that. He's done. He also has the token, so he's got 2/3 of his homework done. He just needs to find the Stone's Cave to be able to get that rainbow drop. ic10 does make it to Cantlin, does grab his silver shield and his flame sword. He's got to feel good about those gets, especially having gambled on the grind. Having Erdrick's armor, he can walk through those barrier tiles and talk to this gentleman who's going to give him some coordinates. And we seem to have lost ic10's stream here. We'll have to look into that. Not sure what's going on there. Oh, went black for a second, and here he is, he's back. You know what I was doing there is I was using the tool. I had just gotten the coordinates, and I was typing. I had flipped over to a separate window to enter in those coordinates to find out where that token location was on the map, and then of course immediately use the wings I had, or did I chant return? Must have been return. Yeah, chanted the return spell and grabbed the token. So here we have Swanee. He is picking up his harp. He has reached the basement of Tanagal. Still has a gold grind available. Does not take it. He is going to be content with his broadsword, large shield combination. Probably just made the decision to forego the silver shield right there. He would have to set up a whole nother gold grind to grab that. ic10 pushing exploration now that he has save Erdrick's sword. He has the optimal equipment in the game. Erdrick's sword, of course, not something our runners will find until the end of the game in this seed, since we know it is in the judges table location, the vanilla location. Another red dragon kill there for IC. In the vanilla, so this is our first sighting. ic10 and Swanee are both finding this cave. All three of our runners are actually closing in on this cave right here, the vanilla mountain cave location. Sawneyrath has been in and is out already. It does contain the stones of sunlight. There is SassageLink grabbing his. There is ic10 grabbing his. All three runners grabbing the stones of sunlight within a 15-second, 30-second span there. That's the last peak of homework for SassageLink. He is Rainbow Drop eligible. And there's IC grabbing his. All three grabbing within a stones of sunlight throw of each other. I like it. I like it. That was fun to see. The virtual high fives. Almost a three-way. Virtual high five there in the stones of sunlight cave. ic10, having been the last of the three to pick up the stones, looks like will be the first of the three to reach the vanilla Hawksness location. It is Brecconary. It is completely skippable at this point in the seed, especially. It's completely skippable in many a seeds and many a times, but sometimes it's handy for an herb shop or a fairy water shop, but our runners do not need either of those things at this point. They will be finding Brecconary and likely backing right back out. With vanilla shops, SassageLink does look like he's going to stay at the inn here and set a warp whistle flag point. But we do have vanilla shops, so there is no equipment of use here in Brecconary. I believe the copper sword is the top equipment that can be bought in Brecconary. ic10 is making his way to the last location that we have not seen yet. We know that it has to be coal at this point. We have seen everything else. So ic10 has not seen the second continent, does not know that it is coal, but we know that it is coal. He will be picking up his flute. And then we'll likely never have to come back to down to this area of the map again. Coal and Brecconary down here in the southern half of the map will not have any use to our runners especially once the fairy flute is acquired. But it does look like all three of our runners are heading that direction. IC is the first to make it to coal. And he grabs his flute and immediately uses it to get out of there. Knows it's a long walk back to anywhere of use. Takes that flute. Takes him back home to Tanago. He'll blow it one more time, which will take him to Geringham, I believe. Which will give him access. Looks like he's heading to the second continent. Or potentially he's going to check that swamp spike. Metal Slime here on Sawneyrath's screen. He's had a lot of Metal Slime kills. He stayed in a Metal Slime zone for a lot in the early game, so he's got to be leading our rest of our runners in Metal Slime kills. Gets another one there. Does not look like he looks like he's opted to grind and get a couple more Metal Slimes, and maybe not. Surely he'll be wanting to check that last location. Grab that flute. Finds a blue and is going to fight this blue. This will be an interesting fight for him. He's going to hope for a crit here. Another red dragon on ic10 screen. He has had red dragon's number. He's killed 2 of them so far. Let's see if he gets a third here. Will need a little luck. Does it swing? It swings high and gets him this time. The red dragon gets some revenge on ic10. I believe that was the swamp spike. At this point, ic10. Let's see, he has token, he has harp, he has has token, has harp, has stones. So just needs to find the Rainbow Drop Cave to get that. He knows it's on the second continent because he's seen everything else, but has not seen the second continent yet. The other 2 runners have. There is SassageLink reaching coal. He opts to go south first. He wants to take a look at the item shop. Maybe fill up on herbs again. ic10 finds his gate to swamp. He knows the red dragon is on the spike, decides that is not the grind he wants right now. That is a pretty tough fight right now without heal more. Our runners will basically have to be relying on crit chances to take out to do a red dragon grind at this point. SassageLink grabbing some wings at this shop. A couple pairs of wings. Oh, he uses the wings. He does not grab the flute. Interesting decision there. He walked all the way to coal. Decided the flute was not something he needed. ic10 has all 3 pieces of homework and has now found the Rainbow Drop Cave. He will turn those in and grab it as a drop. He is the first of the 3 runners to grab the drop. He has everything he needs. He knows that Mountain Cave is in the southeastern corner of the map, but knows he doesn't need it. He doesn't even check it out. The Death Necklace could be handy here with our high HP, but decides that it's not worth it. That's a little bit of a hike down there, and then a little bit of a hike once you get into the cave, and has opted to forgo the Fighter's Ring, to forgo the Death Necklace. He's going to fill up on keys here real quick. A virtual high five again for Swanee and ic10. They're both hanging out in the Rim of our key shop. And it looks like ic10 is in grind and go, is just looking for a spot to gain some experience. He's going to go try this golem out. So this golem, he is the only one of the runners to have beaten this golem yet in this seed. He, of course, did that very early on in the seed with 2 incredibly lucky crit chances, and now is just going to grind on the thing. He has the flute. He did get back attacked by that golem, but with this flute, hopefully he can grab a few kills there. He's a 1-turn wake up. Which is not good for him. He's at 48 HP. He should be able to live through 1 more hit from this golem. Looks like Sawneyrath is heading back. I don't think Sawneyrath has seen the spike in Hawksness yet. Well, IC10 gets his crit on that golem, so that was a tough golem fight, but he does get through it. At this level, it's just not a great grind. The red dragon grind is not great, and the golem grind is, even with the flute, is somewhat risky. But IC10 with the flute is going to keep going on this golem here. Let's see if Sawneyrath should be able to get there soon, and he will be able to grab his armor and take an upgrade too, and we'll catch up to IC. So it is very close now between Ice. If Sawneyrath gets this golem kill, which should be pretty likely, he's got the flute. IC and Swanee will be in very similar locations. Sawneyrath has, okay, so actually Sawneyrath has not seen Cantlin yet, has not got the coordinates, and does not have the token. So he does have that homework done. IC has the homework done, and Sawneyrath does not. But he does have the armor now. That's a huge get for him. SassageLink has walked so he went all the way down here to Cole and visited the item shop, but did not grab the flute. He used wings to get back home and has now walked all the way back to Cole. Cannot be in love with that decision. Now he is going to grab his flute. So, IC and Swanee both going to grind on this golem for the foreseeable future, I would imagine, for both of them. With vanilla spells in this flag set, Keelmore will not come until level 17, which is virtually a requirement to defeat a Dragon Lord. There's some Chaos Seeds where you might not. It's pretty wild to be able to even think about Dragon Lord kills before level 17 here. So both will be pushing to at least 16, at which point they may dive and grind, depending on stats. Sawneyrath decides not to grind on the golem, decides to probably go finish his homework off. IC10 takes a death to the golem. SassageLink back in Rimmildar. He's going to go check that shop. Looks like he's going to upgrade to a broadsword potentially. He's going to stay at the inn. IC10 heading right back to the golem in Hawksness. Going to keep grinding on that. So Sawneyrath has actually has not been over to this part of the map yet. He has not seen the Cantlin in the far northern cave location. I believe he did see Garringham though. So he must have been stopped in his tracks somewhere along the way. SassageLink does upgrade to the broadsword there. IC10 back on the golem grind. Is in grind and go with our up there. SassageLink looks like he's headed to Hawksness. He has seen the golem there. He has lost to the golem there. He's going to go try it now at level 12. Now that he has the flute. Unfortunately, the costly the 2 trips down to Cole to grab that flute. But he has it now. And he's looking to set up a grind on that golem. There's Swanee getting his homework done. Has found the harp trade in, so he can now exchange those. No, he still needs the token. He needs the coordinates and the token. So he'll be going north. Sawneyrath sees that town. He knows he's been there. It is Garringham. With Swamp Cave in the back. So I think what happened when Swanee was here last is he went to Garringham, he checked to the back of Garringham, saw it was swamp, and decided to explore the second continent at that point. Another golem death for IC10 there. That's the second golem death. The golem while giving juicy XP, is not a incredibly reliable kill, even with the Fairy Flute and the elevated crit chance. Here's SassageLink. He's going to try his luck on this golem and see if he can get his Erdrick's armor. He does get back attack, which is not great, but he has the flute. We'll see if that gets him what he needs. There's Sawneyrath checking out the coordinates. He knows now where to go to get that token, his last piece of homework. ic10 right back to the golem grind. It's a relatively quick walk to the Hawksnest location, but I do recall at this point with all these golem deaths that I was taking, having regretted not putting a warp whistle flag, not staying at the Rumildar Inn to set a warp whistle flag there to save me a few steps on that walk, because I've been making it multiple times. Looks like Sassage is taking on a second golem fight. He must have defeated the first one and grabbed his armor. I wasn't watching that screen at that time, but that's got to be where he's at. Gonna get some more experience from this golem. All three of our runners closing in on grind and go. Sawneyrath heading to Garingham. Likely going to head to the second. He's going to set a flag here to warp whistle to. Since the second continent is all caves, this is actually the closest town to the Dragon Lord. So that is the optimal place to set a flag, so that when our runners decide it is time to go dive for that sword and kill the Dragon Lord, they can just pull the Flare Flute once, go to Garingham. It's a nice place to have close. Garingham is a nice town to have as the closest one to Charlotte, because it has the herb shop, it has a cheap inn. You can kind of take care of all those things. It's not the optimal. Sometimes you want one that has fairy water as well, but runners will do. Usually at level fairy water, you don't see in this flag set. You do not see fairy water coming into play a lot, because at level 17 it is usually enough for our runners to be able to defeat the Dragon Lord without it. Looks like Sawneyrath doing a little bit of a grind for gold. He may want that silver. Look at that, another golem death. That is the third golem death that ic10 has taken. Now, of course, regretting even more that you do not have that Fairy Flute flag set on the Fairy Flute warp whistle location set at Rumildar. At this point, I decide the golem was giving me enough trouble. I decided I'm going to go try the red dragon out. Change my grind spot up a little bit. I was tired of making that walk. That golem was just giving me lots of trouble. Although SassageLink here seems to be handling it, has quite a few golem kills under his belt. SassageLink has his homework done. I don't know if he has the drop yet, but he knows where the drop cave is and knows it's close to Charlock, so is not going to make the extra trip over to get the drop until he's ready to go fight the Dragon Lord. And there goes IC again, continuing his grind troubles, decides to switch his golem spot grind up to the red dragon grind. That did not go well. Red dragon kills him on the first try. So now back to the golem I go. The insane luck box move of double critting that golem in Hawksnest in the early game to get the early armor. The golem has been getting his revenge on ic10 in the later half of the game when he's trying to use it as a grind spot. SassageLink having much better luck with his golem grinding. Sawneyrath did set up a gold grind. Did get himself Flame Sword and Silver Shield money. Late game gold grind here for Sawneyrath, but he knows where Caitlin is. He had that flag set at Fairy Flute, so he could just blow that Fairy Flute and go right back to Garringham. It would have been handy maybe to have one at here at Caitlin too, but he has made it here with his gold. He will be picking up his Silver Shield and Flame Sword soon. No, look at that. Look at that on SassageLink's side. He has to take a Desperation Swing on a Golem with 24 HP. He does not get the Golem dead, but the Golem swings low, hits him for 21, and then the Golem goes down the next hit. So, SassageLink having much better luck with this Golem grind than ic10 has. ic10 with about a 1,500 point experience lead on both of the other two runners. So still sitting pretty good. That Erdrick's armor, or early Erdrick's armor getter really sent him on a quicker path. Kind of the key to the seed at this point. Sawneyrath does top off his inventory with Fairy Waters. Never a bad idea, always good for repelling at least. ic10 doing a little better with this Golem now. Closing in on level 16. Now, Sawneyrath looks like he is going to go to the second continent and trade in his... I did not see, did he grab the token yet? It does look like, yes, he did grab his token. So he's not going to check out the Swamp Spike. He's going to find a red dragon there, and he's going to undoubtedly try to kill that a bunch of times. We'll see how many kills he gets. The red dragon, that can be a tough grind at this point without heal more. We do have elevated crit chances, so it's potentially grindable, but you're going to have some luck. See if he gets this red dragon here. He does the first time, but it's down to 6 HP. It's a close fight. ic having better luck with this Golem now has opened his experience lead to about 2,000 over both the other runners. ic10 opting now not to blow the flute any longer. He is just swinging away on this Golem. Is not loving the time that all of those lovely flute songs were taking. Is now having a little better luck with this Golem now that he's a little bit lower leveled up than he was earlier. SassageLink having amazing luck with this Golem has burned his MP all the way down to 22, has almost fully burned his MP down without taking a death to this Golem. So that's working out much better. Sawneyrath does dive down to the southern continent, pick up his drop, blows the flute, back in Caitlin now. Stocking up on Fairy Water. Of course, having traded in the drop, he opened up a couple spots of his inventory, so now it's filled up on Fairy Water more than he was before. ic10 abandons the Golem grind. Must have reached 16. Yeah. ic10 reached level 16, abandons the Golem grind, and is likely going to go for the Dragon Lord. We are at 139 HP, so it's absolutely a Death Necklace seed. ic10, of course, had forgone the Death Necklace, does not have it. Sawneyrath does have the Death Necklace. I did not see it. Does not look like SassageLink grabbed it.
But it is definitely a Death Necklace seed, so that will come in handy for Swanee later on. Now that he has that Death Necklace, that'll give him some extra attack power against the Dragon Lord. Attack power at 115 for ic10 at level 16. Is he on a different build? The attack power. Let's see. Sawneyrath. Is Sawneyrath on? No, Sawneyrath has the Flame Sword too, so I'm not sure why Sawneyrath's attack power is 116 and ic10's is only 115. What am I missing there? Is there a build thing going on there? Swanee has the Fighter's Ring. Thank you. Thank you. I was wondering that looked a little strange to me, but yes. The +2 from the Fighter's Ring gives Sawneyrath a little bit more attack power than ic10 has, even though he's a level lower. So the Flame Sword gives 28 attack power. That's what all of our runners are sitting with right now. The Erdrick's Sword gives 40. It is an increase of 12. So ic10's attack power will go from 115 to 127 should he manage to make this dive and pick up the sword. Which will be pretty Dragon Lord ready. It's with 139 HP, you're going to get some doubles. Then 109 MP. So that is a healthy number of heal mores as well. That is something like 11. Let's see. 120 MP is 15 heal mores. So we are at 13 heal mores. Of course, with one level to go, you may get some more attack power at level 17, may get some more hit points at level 17. That is an interesting idea, D-Bean. It makes the Golem a much tougher fight, not being able to put it to sleep. Now, ic10 fighting things on the way down, needs to get that level 17 and unlock that heal more spell. But is definitely hopeful to do this in one dive, to grab the sword and go for the Dragon Lord. He is a couple thousand XP ahead of the other two runners. And Sawneyrath has held on this column grind as well. So we're hearing lots of flute playing in this seed. No one knows the song yet. I have, of course, the audio off to not create any back feeds on my broadcast, but no one seems to have placed it yet. I do not recall. I mean, I obviously played the seed and should know, but I don't remember. Things tend to escape my memory after a couple of days. Proto Man, thank you, Diabetes. Yes, someone did mention that earlier. I am not familiar with Proto Man, nor the theme song to Proto Man. So it does not surprise me that I did not recall it. ic10 closing in on his Erdrick's Sword here. Looks to be in good shape to do it in a single dive. Of course, that may depend on what level 17 gives. Level 17 gives nothing. It could be an interesting fight with only 128 attack power. We do have plus HP and plus MP. All right, ic10 grabbing his sword. He's the first of our runners to reach that Erdrick's Sword. Anyone watching the stream right now, I know I don't want to give any spoilers, but interesting things happen on ic10's screen here in the next moments. Other two are grinding the Golem. SassageLink gets to 16 and looks like he's going to move on to the Dragon Lord. So there's a tough fight here for ic10 against this Stone Man. He's trying to get away from it. He does not want to give up the XP by running from the Stone Man. But does burn. He had a little bit extra MP. Does cost him a heal more to chance. He got a failed sleep on that Stone Man there, and that does cost him a heal more. But he does have the sword. Needs a few more kills to get. He's going to need 12,000 experience to get to level 17. So he's going to need a few more kills. And here's a Star Wyvern going down. Juke saying it cost me herbs. So I was thinking it cost him a heal more because he went down to 103 MP. 104 MP would be a heal more. So there is the Sleep Hurt More combo on the Star Wyvern, and a 4-turn Sleep Lock Hurt More. So the Star Wyvern takes down ic10 right there. The Star Wyvern puts ic10 to sleep. Chance hurt more 4 times while ic10 stayed asleep. And while IC was able to grab the sword on that dive, he was not able to kill the dragon on a single dive. I remember feeling very, very bad about that death right there. Thought for sure. Absolutely jerk-birded. ic10 right there. He's heading right back. He does fill up on herbs. Did not reach level 17, so will not be able to use whatever MP is gained at level 17 on the way down, but is going to still just dive for that. We have the other 2 runners that have opted to forego the Golem grind and have moved on to the Red Dragon grind. So ic10 actually still in good shape here. SassageLink not diving at 16. Neither of the other 2 runners diving at 16. Deciding they want to grab that level 17 before they go down there. ic10 still grinding. Still needs a little more XP to get to 17. Does get a crit on a blue dragon there. That'll help. He's closing out on level 17 now. Green dragons have heal more. Heal more and hurt on the green dragon. Interesting combo of spells for those park rangers, I believe they're lovingly called in GWR circles. There is level 17 for ic10. There is level 17 for Swanee. So Sawneyrath, having stuck to the grind, has caught up. He was about 2,000 XP behind ic10, but has now caught up. Looks like he's going to get one more green dragon hill, or I'm sorry, Swanee going for likely just one more red dragon kill to give himself the buffer that he needs so that he can run from everything in Charlock. Looks like maybe two red dragon kills. I can't imagine he's pushing to 18 here, but we'll have to see. SassageLink just a couple red dragons behind the other 2 runners on reaching level 17. So the MP gain at level 17 was just 1. So I see diving at 16 and getting 17 on the way down does not gain nor lose him any heal mores by making that dive a few experience points earlier than the other runners have. Sawneyrath has abandoned his grind. Does look like he is heading to. He has outside it out of Swamp Cave and exited Gearingham to go right back in, heal up, fill up on herbs, and is likely going to dive for the sword and the Dragonlord kill now. I would like to invite everyone watching, everyone in the chat. We do have, this is the end of week 3 in the Dragon Warrior Randomizer Winter League Tournament. This is our very last podcast. Again, this was a race that was done a couple days ago. But after this, it is our usual Sunday evening group reveal show. So I invite you to stick around for that. After this race concludes, we will, there'll probably be a short break or so, and I believe there'll be a new streamer coming on to tell us the Group 4 Week 4 groups. ic10 making his way down, has made his way through the pinwheel room, through the second, I guess it's the third floor Sharlock. Here is basement 4. He goes through that without an encounter. There is SassageLink. He does not forget to pick up his rainbow drop. He, of course, waited to do that, having known it was right next to Sharlock. Is not heading for Sharlock. Maybe taking the long way around? I'm not sure what SassageLink is going right now. Go north. Go north. Swanee has made his way into Sharlock. So, okay, so SassageLink has Death Necklace HP and decides he's going to opt for that Death Necklace. That's got to be what he's going for here. That will, with the 139 HP, that will drastically increase his attack power. He may be able to forego the Erdrick Sword, potentially. But I feel like this is more steps off the path than the sword is. So if you're only going to do one of the two, I would have gone for the sword first, but he may be looking to do both and make the Dragonlord fight basically free at this level with these stats. ic10 is making his way down on the bottom floor. The Star Wyverns are not giving him trouble this time around. He is a few steps away from the spike. And the spike we haven't seen yet. It is a red. Should be able to get through this without using a heal more, but it's not guaranteed. A heal more may be needed. I think it is available, though. I think it is a heal more to spare. ic10, of course, not having the Death Necklace, having opted to skip that. So he will be fighting the Dragonlord with 127 attack power. Sawneyrath, a few steps behind, has not picked up his sword yet, is approaching the fork where you're about to fork off the regular Dragonlord path, and he does remember to go dive that extra path and go get the sword. And there's ic10's fight against the Dragonlord begun. He's going to start off with a swing against DL1. SassageLink making his way. And the sword pickup there for Swanee. So Swanee merely a couple floors behind. If ic10 should fail at this Dragonlord kill by any means, it will be Sawneyrath in the driver's seat, and SassageLink not far behind either. Here is the DL2 fight starting for ic10. The first swing is a 10. Of course, the other runners with the Death Necklace will be having bigger swings than ic10 will be. And there is 11 more for 21. He gets a double there, and now at 30 damage on the Dragonlord. 11 heal mores left. $39. He gets a double there for 51. Couple of doubles so far. The 140 HP, that'll happen. I forgot the number. 41 and 8. I think it's a 49. Oh, SassageLink walking back some HP here? What's going on there? I missed a swing on ic10's side. Apologize, I've lost the count. I tend to do that. He's somewhere around 60 or 70. Has been swinging very consistently around the number 10. ic10's got to be somewhere around 80 or 90 now. Damage on the Dragon Lord with 5 heal mores to go. ic10 opts not to swing on 47, playing it safe. This is a closer fight than I remember it being. I wish I was taking a better count. He is down to 2 heal mores. And there it is. There is the Dragon Lord kill for ic10. That the lucky Golem kill, the lucky double crit Golem kill on the Hawksness spike, I believe was key to the seed. He was able to build out a big enough lead to even a nasty Jerkberg Star Wyvern Death at Sharlock there after picking up the sword. He's able to hold on. SassageLink is maybe grinding for 18 there. He decided to hang out outside of Sharlock and grind a little bit. So it looks like we have a back attack there on Sawneyrath's screen. He does 11 on his first swing. $16 for 27. I might have missed an attack in there again. I tend to do that. 10 more for 37 at least. $12 more for 49. Then 18 more for 67. Again, Sawneyrath has the Death Necklace on, so the swings are doing much more damage. $12 more, 79. Again, I think my count is low. I'm going to keep counting, but I do think it is low. I think I missed an attack in there. Is that another 18? I'm sorry, the screen is small. 97, I think he's at. He should be getting close. 114. Gets the double. Yeah, I missed a couple in there. But I'm watching this in a kind of a small font. Those 18s tend to look like 10s. But regardless, get your GGs out in chat for Sawneyrath having defeated the Dragon Lord, and the time that's going to come in right around 122. And there is the finish, just over 122 for Sawneyrath. Very tight finish for these three runners here. GG's to Swanee. Again, everybody stick around. I see some familiar names popping up in the chat here that are watching the stream, probably getting ready for the big week 4 group reveal show that's shortly coming up after this. Please stick around for that. As we see, SassageLink here has forked off. He's going to go grab his Erdrick sword. Oh, he has grabbed it already. He's on the way back to the regular path. SassageLink there, wisely running from those evil Star Wyverns. Gave ic10 trouble earlier in the seed. He, of course, maybe that's what he was doing outside of Sharlock, was grinding that zone a little bit to give himself give himself the buffer so that he can run from every Charlock enemy and not have to worry about crazy deadly wombos that may exist in the depths of the Dragon Lord's castle. SassageLink, of course, did make that last second excursion to pick up the Death Necklace and the Fighter's Ring. I believe he picked up the Fighter's Ring as well. I was not paying attention to the details of that, but he gets a single hit crit on the Red Dragon, walks right through it, no problem. You should have a relatively easy Dragon Lord fight here. Should I be putting on the Death Necklace? Yes, it is. There it is. Opening hurt more. All right, I'm going to try to do a better job of keeping track of the count here on this. I've only got one screen to watch at this point, so apologies on my earlier failings on losing the count halfway through, but I'm going to do it this time. Believe in me. SassageLink herbing up, looking for the right chance to strike to go into the Dragon Lord with max, with as much HP as he can handle. No back attack, and he starts with a damage of 15. Gets the opening double for 25. And his third swing to take the 35. That's a couple of low swings. A couple of low swings of 10. Another low swing of 10 for 45. He is swinging pretty low, but he should still be fine. There's a better swing for 59. And then another swing for, there's a solid swing for 17. So he's now at, what's 59 and 17? That is 77. Plus another 9 gets us to 86. That was close. I almost lost it. I promised I wouldn't. 86 plus 17 is 103. Dragon Lord is such a math game. 103 plus 16 is 119. And 12 is 131. 5 heal mores left. SassageLink in great shape here. 131 and 12 is 143. This next swing will likely do it based on what we've seen earlier, but it may take 2. 143 and 9 is 152, not enough. This one should do it. 162 is enough. And there it is. Get your GGs out in chat for SassageLink. Finishing up a very close race for Group 9 here in Week 3. All 3 runners finishing within about 7 minutes of each other. And there's Zelda, the sprite choice for SassageLink, doing his final chats with the king. Take over the land, Zelda. Or Link, excuse me. I can't. It must be a land I must find. Anyway, GG's to everyone. Thanks for having me in the booth. I am ic10as. I appreciate Value V, Cherno, Sahali for their help in the booth today. I appreciate everyone said there's our Dragon Lord. 157 was right. So I think I kept a pretty good count on that last one there finally. I got all the way to 152 and said that wasn't enough. So I think I had that one right. So anyway, I'd like to, I'm not sure if the plan is to hang on and keep the stream going, or if it is to disconnect this one and restart it up very soon. I do not expect us to be doing a raid anywhere. I expect most of our folks are turning in, are looking forward to that Week 4 group reveal show that we have coming up. Yes. Perfect. I appreciate that. So Yeah, I will sign off here. I'd like to thank you for watching. Again, thanks everybody in the booth. Thanks for the volunteer. Thanks for the time. Thanks to the runners. Great game, great exciting race, and I will see you on the other side in the group reveal show. I'll sign off here. Thanks everyone.